Bada boop boop. Buongiorno. Boop 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 boop. That means, hi, it's Lisa. Welcome back. My child took the pictures. Hold on. Much better. We have color, everybody. This is my daughter's paintings. Now we have color. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until, after Remembrance Day before I put up my Christmas background. For respect for our soldiers, our fallen soldiers, the men and women who, fought. Some lived, some died to keep our country as wonderful as it is. Yeah, so, excuse me. So these are my daughter's, Savannah, her paintings. And I had them put up. And I went speaking with my husband, and I came back, and she had them taken away. And I'm like, ah, ha, 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 not today, girlfriend. Okay, so we're going to play with these eyeshadow palettes from Tarte. I think I'm going to look at them all and choose one, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the other ones. We're going to check and see. Okay, so this is the first one, the Tartelette Little Juicy palette. So I think these are minis from the bigger Tarte palettes. And they were 3 for $64 in Canadian. All right. Oh, it's pretty. Really nice. Comes with a mirror. Okay, and I'm going to show you the shades on here. Very pretty. Beautiful pinky kind of a palette. Like if I don't wear my browns and my champagnes, I wear pinks. Sometimes I do the oranges, but those are basically the colors that I usually wear. That's just me, right? My color range. But these are very, very pretty. All right, we're going to go to the next one. I don't know which one I'm going to play with because I don't want to, I'm worried, about the formula because I've never liked Tarte eyeshadow formula ever. I've always thought it was crap. The ones you get in the round thingy. Never liked their formula for eyeshadow. So I'm only going to play with one. And hope for the best. This is the little Toasted Tarte palette. Another very pretty. These are my shades. Beautiful. I love the browns. The 3 shimmers in here, though, I needed a little bit lighter. These are 2 shimmers. And this one here is a shimmer. A little bit lighter. I like a little bit more of a champagne shade, but I'm loving the mattes that's in this palette. So I know I won't be playing with this one. Okay, let's hope the other one is the one that I'm going to play with, or it's going to be the pink one. So this is the little Bloom palette. I have no makeup on my face. We're going to play with some, oh, this is the one. Yup. Okay, so this is me, right? In a total tea, this is me, because this shade here, the dark brown, these ones here, this is like a rose little gold right here. These 2 shimmers. My favorite shades, like the pink and this one are definitely my favorite shades, but I must say I like the darker browns in the little Toasted palette. But I think I'm going to play with this. Oh, this is tough because I like the dark brown in that one, and I'm loving the mattes. Loving the mattes in this palette. So I wish the palette had all these mattes and all of those shimmers. Oh, girl, well, you know what? We're just going to play with both because I bought it, So it is what it is. She is what she's going to be today, and we're going to play with both. Okay. So let me just put this down. So I've been wanting this for such a long time since it came out, and my lovely husband got it for me. Thank you, lovely husband. He walked in today and told me I look very pretty. And I'm like, baby, I don't even have a stitch of makeup on. Yeah, well, you still look pretty, he said. So, yeah, that was cute, right? Anyway. Okay, we're going to put on a full face of Tarte. I'm going to try to make it really fast, the full face part, just to go through some Tarte products before we play with the eyeshadow. I was going to do the eyeshadow first, but for me, and I know Robert Walsh loves to do eyeshadow first and then the rest of the face, but when I do my eyeshadow first, everything just seems off. I guess it's because I've always done, my face first. But here we go. So this is the Tarte C Primer. Tarte Quench Primer. I got a little mini. I think I got this from Ipsy. Most likely this came from Ipsy. Most of my primers came from Ipsy. Like the Tarte one, the Yenza primer. Most of them did come from Ipsy, the Cosmetics. I think a lot of people who get Ipsy, most of their deluxe size primers came from Ipsy. There's a few that I've bought on a Facebook page, or sometimes we get, thank you very much for your pictures. We love them. Yeah. Anything else?
Why are they there?
Well, they're there because they're beautiful and I wanted something colorful in my background. So, thank you very much. They're going to be there until after November the 11th, okay? Okay? Or if you want to, you can paint me another one that I can put there. Cool? Cool. Right on, daughter. Okay. I don't remember what I was saying. So this is, oh yeah, Topbox. Sometimes we get primers in Topbox as well. All right, Tarte, this is the C. Tarte C Water Foundation. What are you doing? Which one are you taking away? I'm trying to film here. This child walking in here thinking she's gonna, you know, revamp everything. You know, I had it perfectly fine. That one was beautiful too.
It looks better though.
Okay. Just don't take them away. You can have them back on November the 11th. All right, so this is the Tarte Water Foundation. I don't know if it's a little bit too dark for me right now. This is, well, it's light, medium, neutral, so we'll check it out and see. But I think I had grabbed this one from Sephora when it first came out. Deluxe size, everybody. I wish every foundation brand, when they came out, foundation brand, ding dong, ding dong. Okay. I wish every brand, when they came out with foundation, they would come out with like a little deluxe size that we can buy and sample, right? I wish they all would. I just think minis, deluxe sizes are the way to go, you know, with makeup. I mean, you get to save so much more money that way. And then if you really like the product, then you go buy the full size, especially like powder products and mascara. Because mascara, as you know, you're supposed to throw away after 3 months, right? So get a deluxe size mascara instead of going full size. And the best place for me to find a deluxe size mascara is on a Facebook page. Usually I go to Kiss and Makeup, and there's another one too. One of the girls from Kiss and Makeup made another Facebook page. I can't remember what it's called for the life of me, but those are the two that I usually buy my stuff on. I never do that. Lisa, what are you doing? I never take my foundation and put it directly on my face. I don't like this pump. I don't like that. It's not a pump. It's a squeezy tube. And I don't really like that. I don't know why I just did that and put it on my face. I never do that. Like, it irritates me when I see people doing that, you know, on Instagram videos and stuff with the Versali thing. They'll just put the big old drop down their face. That annoys me when I see it. Is anybody else like that, or is that just me? Is that just like a weird pet peeve for me? Like, am I a little bit crazy to call that a pet peeve? But it is. I'm like, ew, just rub it in already, you know? When you see it just like dripping down their face. Yep, I don't know. Pet peeve of mine. Not saying that there's anything wrong with that, you know. So if you do it, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying for me, I'm like, well, you rubbed that in already. So, yeah. Hopefully I didn't offend anybody by saying that. Okay, my hair's got to go back. Right. So, I've seen a spoiler, another variation box from Boxycharm with the, if you chose the Benefit Brow product, the Natasha Denona palette was in that variation. I'm kind of hoping that's my box, because they also have the Yenza turmeric exfoliator, which I love that. I think I got one deluxe size left. I used up I had 2 full sizes of that Yenza turmeric exfoliator. I used both of them, and I think I have like a deluxe size left. If it's not here, it's in my bathroom. No, right here. So this one, I have that left. I love this. So I've seen that in the variation box for Boxycharm. But I got a question. I'm wondering about something. And I said that when we first heard they were going to be doing a palette with Natasha Denona. And my question is, where is it going to be made? Because if it's not made in Natasha Denona's official lab, the authentic Natasha Denona lab, then for me, it's not authentic, you know? And Boxy's got a habit of buying, you know, the name or whatever from the brand and then getting eyeshadow palettes made in their lab over in China. So I reached out to a couple of people on Instagram that I know get the Boxycharm PR. They're minions, I call them. So now I asked them, you know, where was it made? So I'm waiting for a response to find out where exactly that eyeshadow palette was made that we're getting from Boxycharm. And what are you going to think about it? Because, like, I know I have my opinion, right? For me personally, if the Natasha Denona palette is made over in a lab in China for Boxycharm, to me, that's not authentic Natasha Denona. It's not, you know, because made over in China, they cut corners. It's made with cheaper formula. It's not the same, and that's just the way I feel about that. And I know some people, it doesn't bother them. You know, some people think, well, it will be the same. But in my personal opinion, I don't think it would be the same. So there's a hair on my concealer, like a little lash. This is the Tarte Hydro, what are you called? Hydro Concealer. I got this as well from Sephora. Now, I don't remember if I bought it or if it was a prize, like redeem your points. I think I bought that. And I didn't realize how small it was going to be when I bought it, even though it's a deluxe size. But I really, really like this concealer. But I find that you need to go in a few times with it to get some brightness. But it's a nice concealer. I like it. I only use it pretty much just to brighten up my under eyes. But if you want like a thick concealer, then I don't think this is the concealer for you. Because it's not like a thick, you know, if you're trying to cover your under eyes and stuff like that, I don't think this is the concealer for it, right? Because it's really light. Okay. We got a Tarte bronzer and blush and a highlight. Okay. I'm going to do my lips. One thing I don't have is anything from freaking Tarte. Like, seriously, I don't have anything from Tarte in regards to lipstick. Isn't that weird? Like, nothing. Absolutely nothing do I have in regards to lipstick. I'm going to use this Makeup Forever lip pencil in the shade Wherever Walnut. Don't know where this came from. I've had it forever. And it's like I just discovered it again. Isn't that weird? I've had this lip liner in my thing forever, and I just discovered it. Like, ooh, I like this color. Yeah. Anybody else? All right. My kids have their TV on way too loud. Okay, you're going to trip when I tell you that I pulled this out the other day and have been wearing it ever since. I had no idea where it came from. I was like, ooh, where did this come from? Right? And you're going to trip. Because I like the color. And I'm like, where did it come from? Because I can't. It's like a matte crayon. I couldn't see the brand. And then I went through my little circle and pulled out another one and went, well, they look the same, right? Exact same. And then I look and I'm like, oh my Lord, it's Laritzi. Yeah, Laritzi, everybody. I'm using Laritzi. That little cream lipstick thingy. I'm using Laritzi, but I like the color. And it's matte too, but it doesn't dry down really yucky. I will eventually put my, what do you call that? My Vaseline lip stuff over it. It's Vaseline, right? Yes, the coconut one. I'm all over the place. Okay, oh my goodness, look, my favorite brush broke. My Firma 103 brush for my bronzer, it broke. The stick is in my thing, so I kept the brush. And I bought two, but they're black, so I'm hoping they're exactly the same. It did say it was the Firma 103, but it said Firma 103B brush. But I have the white Firma, so the one I had was white. The Firma 103 brush that I got from Ipsy. And I've had a couple of these, and I found that they broke, right? The glue comes off where the handle part goes in. Man, I tell you, I love this brush for like bronzer or even contour. I'd use it for blush. I really, really love this brush. So I have 2 of them coming. Hello, boo-boo. Because, of course, it was in Ipsy bag for November. I didn't get it in my bag, and it wasn't as an add-on. Baby girl, there's no room in here. What's up? There's literally, it's really hard to come in here, sweetheart, because I, like, oh, yeah. So I moved everything around, and I messed up my arm when I did that, so that's been insane since I've done that. But there's no, like, literally, I'm in a little cubby hole, and it's really hard to get in because I have my eyeshadow palettes right here, and Madison's going to try. Don't knock anything down. So this is the Firma 102 brush. So the 103 looks exactly like this, only my thing is broken, so I just have the tip. But this is the 103. I love Firma brushes. I just wish that they didn't fall apart so easily. So yeah, I've had 2 of those bronzer brushes. Both of them fell apart. The glue came out of it. I wonder, can you glue it on again? I wonder. I am using the Tarte blush now. This is a Tarte blush that I'm using. A nice mini. This is a gorgeous blush. This is called Quirky. So if you grab this, if you got this from Ipsy and you haven't used it, because most times it's coming from Ipsy, you know, you weren't sure about it. But if you like blushes, this is a beautiful blush. And again, another one of those deluxe sizes that I got stuck in my drawer that I forgot about, you know, and I'm like, wow, this is really, really pretty. I think I actually bought this off of somebody on Facebook a few months ago when I wanted to do the full face of Tarte video, and I never used it. But this is a stunning blush. Same thing as this highlight, another thing that I bought off of Facebook. Never used it, but it's a beautiful highlight from Tarte. Like, look at that. Isn't that stunning? Beautiful champagne highlight. This is in the shade Stunner. Now, Tarte also has for sale. Okay, babe, what are you doing?
Just want to say hi.
Okay, did you say hi?
Yeah.
Okay. So Tarte also has for sale. I'm going to leave it right here. It's, oh, what do you call it? It's like a whole bunch of blush. I think it's 9 pans. There's 7 blush, a bronzer, and a highlight at Sephora for, I don't know, $40-something. And I was debating it, but I didn't know for sure because I'm like, well, I got a blush, I got a highlight, I got a bronzer, right? In regards to the minis, like I have all of these. So do I need, you know, do I need that blush set with, so it's a 9-pan set, 7 are blushes, 1's a bronzer, which is this mini bronzer, the Park Avenue Princess bronzer, and the other one is the highlight, right? And I think this blush is in there as well, and then there's 6 more blushes. So I was debating going, do I need it? I'm like, no, I don't. I have so many blushes here, so many highlights here. It's not something that I really, really need, and I should go through what I have here first before I buy blushes and highlights. And that's the thing. I usually don't buy blushes and highlights because I find in our Ipsy bag we get a lot of blushes and highlights. So, you know, I'm not lacking in the blush and highlight department. Bronzer, however, wasn't getting a lot of bronzer. Now I have a few, but I wasn't for the longest time. It was something that I wanted to see come in our subscription boxes was bronzer, right? I haven't seen a bronzer come out in Ipsy or in Boxycharm in such a long time. Okay, so now we're going with, so yeah, there's highlight, right? All right, we're gonna put on our eyeshadow primer, which is from Gerard Cosmetics. I suppose I could have used the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer as my primer to keep it, you know, all things Tarte, but I forgot. So I do have that. I also have the Tarte it's Tati's favorite primer, the Timeless Primer. I have that as well. Hardly use it because it's for pores and I don't have big pores. And I rarely use it. And the only reason, nope, that's not right. Shoot. The only reason why I bought it is because Tati loved it. And it was when, I got itchy nose. It was when I didn't realize what I was buying. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've bought so much crap in the last 2 years that doesn't suit my skin at all. But because Tati loved it, I was like, oh, I have to get this because Tati loves it, right? I feel like I have way too much bronzer on. Like, way too much bronzer up here. Like, my face looks really, really dark right there. Okay. Anyways, we're going into the eyeshadow palette. All right. So, all right, everybody. Fingers crossed this is going to work because I'm a little bit scared. Oh, my God. 20 minutes. Because, you know, you just... I've never liked a Tarte eyeshadow, ever. Never liked a Tarte eyeshadow. I mean, everything else I've tried from Tarte, I love. I love their mascaras. I don't mind this foundation. I obviously need it in a lighter shade. I think it's a little bit too dark. I have another mini foundation from Tarte as well. They're, what is it called? Found Concealer or something. Oh, crackers. Things are falling down. So this one here... I don't know. This is a multitasking foundation, but I think that left me looking a little bit more matte. But everything else, I love that concealer I tried. I know a lot of people like the Shape Tape one. That was like the craze back some years ago. Everything was about that Shape Tape. Everybody loved that Shape Tape. Which one I'm going to use? This is ColourPop or Farrah? I think I'm going to go in with Farrah first. Okay. So... I'm just going to do a couple of swatches. This is the little Toasted palette. You just see Madison on the bed. Okay. There's that one. This is a darker color. They do look like toasted shades, don't they? Okay, the swatches are coming out pretty. That's good, right? I mean, better than the Vise Art that I had the other day. That's for sure. Okay. Let's go with a couple of shimmers on that one. Oh my God, 22 minutes. Okay, shimmers are coming out. So that's that one palette. Because I'm going to use both of these palettes, I'm going to just swatch a couple of those shades. Okay, so I'm going to put that on and we'll go to the next palette when I'm going through the shade. All right, which one do I want to use first? I'm going up with this really pale like color. And this is the Toasted palette. Little Toasted. Oh, please, I pray that this is going to be a good formula. Okay, so it's coming off in my crease. This is a very light color, so I don't expect much of a payoff. My feet are falling asleep. I think what I'm going to do is one eye and finish the other eye off camera, depending on the time, because, you know, I'll go 40 minutes into this video. All right, so it's there, right? It's there. It's blending. Okay, because I just wanted something up here in the background, something light. And it's doing what I want it to do. Okay. Now I'm going to go in hardcore. I'm going to take this kind of like burnt orange kind of color. So there is kickback on the pan. And you can see the powder coming off of it when I tap. Okay, everybody, so far, so good. We're doing all right. Okay, so far, so good. We're doing okay over here. I mean, it's blending beautifully. It's pigmented. It's doing what I want it. Okay, I want to get a smaller brush. We need a smaller brush because I wanted it into my corner. If I find the brush I want. Here, we're going to use this one. What are you? ColourPop. Another ColourPop. All right. Here's the jam. Which color do I want to go in there? Because I have the really dark. Well, I'm going to go with this color that's in the little Toasted palette. And I'm just going to put it a little bit right here. I mean, this is coming out good. I legit was scared. I mean, we're going to see how the shimmers work. Because I'm telling you, I have never liked Tarte's eyeshadow formula. every Tarte eyeshadow palette I ever got, usually from Boxycharm, I've thrown away. I bought a Tarte eyeshadow some time ago from Sephora. It was like a little pink case. And I didn't like it. I thought it was terrible. Right. That did what I wanted to do. Now I'm going to take a clean brush. I just want to blend this a little bit up here. And then just kind of blend it over a little bit. Okay. All right, so far, okay. Now I'm going into the little Bloom palette, which is this one right here, and I'm going into that really dark brown shade. All right, okay, everybody, I'm not upset right now. This is good. It's going good. I was scared. Okay, now we're gonna try the eyeshadow or the shimmer. Okay, so I'm gonna swatch. Oh, this one's gorgeous. Look at that. Isn't she beautiful? Then we have this one. So this one here has a different feeling than that one. This one is really creamy. And the pink one, really creamy. Okay, and then we have the darker gold one right here. So there you go. But I must say the second one I swatched, oh, well, now it's feeling the same way. At first it wasn't feeling as creamy, but I went in the second time, and I guess I had to get the stuff off the top, maybe? Okay, we're going with the shimmers. Shim, shim, bada bim, bada boom. What are we going to go with? Well, let's try maybe the rose gold and see what happens. Now, most times when I use shimmer, it never comes off with the brush. It's best when I apply with my fingertips, and that's for a lot of shimmer. But this one is coming off with the brush. I mean, it's there. Okay. I'm going to wet the brush and see what happens. Okay, well, I am not upset here. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my finger. And obviously, you know, when you put it on, tap it on with your finger, it's so much better. Okay. Woohoo on that. Now I'm going to take a tinier brush because I want to go into my inner corner with that first shimmer. See? And it's there, but I just want a little bit more in my inner corner. All right, guys, I am not mad at this. I legit am not mad. Oh my goodness. Like, okay, Tart, you did that. Right on. Okay. You know I was scared, right? Like, you guys know how scared I was. Because I literally have been saying for years, Tarte eyeshadow is crap. It's crap. But this is all right. This is all right. Okay. I'm going to do my other eye off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. Both eyes are done. And as always, my favorite mascara is the Tarte Man-Eater that we cannot get here in Canada. Madison, you want to come over and get ready to say goodbye? I am super happy because I was really worried. Maddie? Oh, yeah. She's not listening. Do you want to come over and say goodbye? Huh? Do you want to come and say goodbye before I go? Sure. So, I've never liked Tarte eyeshadows, and if you've been with me for a long time, you would have heard me say that over and over and over again on my channel, that I thought they were crap, right? And I've had so many different kind of eyeshadow palettes that they had out, and I thought they were always crap. And watching reviews for these 3 eyeshadow palettes, it was conflicting because some people liked it, some people didn't, you know? The bigger YouTubers liked it or they didn't like it. And you know, it just comes down to sometimes you just gotta, if you like it, try it. Buy it, try it. Because I remember Tati did a review on a MAC eyeshadow palette. The only MAC eyeshadow palette I ever bought. It was the Boom and Bloom one or something. There goes my mirror. And she did a video on it, and she hated it. And it was like one of my most favorite eyeshadow palettes that year, you know, and I thought it was great, right? So sometimes when you got those bigger YouTubers and they're trying on a product, you know, and they're saying it's crap and stuff, if it's something that you really want to try, you think that you're really going to like it, sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. But I think if it's something you really wanted to purchase, go out, purchase it, and, you know, make your own decision in regards to it. Because if I had to listen to some of the reviewers that I watched, I would never have gotten these 3 eyeshadow palettes. And I think they did a stunning job on my eyes. I think they came out great, you know, especially for the price of them. You break it down, like $64 Canadian for 3, right? Good deal, you know. Now, I don't know what the bigger size palettes, if that formula is the same or not, but I do know that I like these. So that's my review on the Tarte little palettes. One day coming up in the week, I'll probably just do a get ready with me and play with this one. But I'm super duper happy I purchased these. I was wanting them for such a long time, and I think they're really, really good. So yay, Tarte, you finally mixed up your formula, because before it was crap. I think these are good, but then again, everybody is different. People have different eyes, different skin, you know. But for me personally, I'm very happy that I got them, and I think they look fabulous. Anyway, much better than that Visart I tried on the other day. That is completely true. Much, much better. I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget, I will be live this Saturday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Mwah. Happy Thursday, everybody. Bye.